And it was going so well.
Live from the official GAVRA League. This stream is not broadcasting.
Aha, there we go. Do it again. Attempt number 2. Go, Evil.
Hello everybody and welcome to the beautiful sunny states here in Sonoma Raceway. Joining me in this beautiful sunny afternoon, it's very warm and humid comment box, we have no air conditioning. It's two people, no Bowie, but joining me today is the one and only Soup. Say hello, Soup.
Hello everybody, how are we all doing? It is your favourite commentators back once again in the hot and sticky commentary box at Sonoma. We're here today joined by Evil and Garma in this very, very warm commentary box, as Evil said. But we're here back at Sonoma for GT3 Pre-Season number 3, surprisingly. We were here previously at Formula C in a very wet Sonoma for some reason. It rains in the desert apparently. But yeah, Pre-Season number 3. So we're rocking through these very quickly, and we're going to go through who we have here today. So Vectro, would you believe it, is back in GT3, ladies and gentlemen, in the Z4, in the Castrol livery there. Well, it's obviously not Castrol, but it is. Mayo, and then Broken Arrow, who's actually taking a route off the track to have a look at the scenery. Cashing it in the Z4. Fuoco, Husa, and then Dan, Rip It Up, Matt Gamer, Iceman, and Ibrich. So, yep, good to have a couple of familiar faces back. Vectro and Cash, if you remember back to the previous season, had a great old battle for the championship. Cash coming out on top, of course. But
both teammates in the Z4 indeed, aren't they? Well, someone I've noticed isn't here, Dan Speed, who is decided he doesn't want to race right now because he's a bit angry, I think.
well, that gives Garma a chance to come in.
Yeah,
I would just like to say hi to everybody while I'm here. I've been standing at the back of the room. This very hot and sweaty commentary box is so small.
Yeah, it's...
Somebody stinks as well. Is that you? Well, you need a shower. Like, God, it stinks in here.
It's not me, it's not...
It doesn't even work opening the windows. Like, it's that bad.
There are no windows.
You haven't got any windows, it's good enough. Can't open them, they're falling out. They need to update the windows, I mean, you know. Where is the commentary box? I don't even know. Oh, is it that?
There's no light in here.
How is the thing even working? How did we get in here?
Oh, we're up there.
Oh, we're underground. That makes sense.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, it's back on topic.
Oh, that's a car off. Who's that? That is Rocco off in the wood. So number 1.
So this is qualifying. We've got 30 minutes of this. 8 minutes have passed, and Vector's on top right now by 0.2 of a second over Mayo, and then Broken Arrow just behind, a couple of hundredths of a second behind there. So yeah, quite close.
Well, seconds cast, but over Mayo is indeed.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see.
What kind of times do you think we're gonna get hit with these?
Good question. Honestly, I think these are pretty similar times to Formula C.
Cast quicker.
Cash quicker indeed, by 67 hundredths of a second. That's how close you can get in the Z4.
Referring to the Crescent, I was doing a good practice with Vector earlier, and he was getting around these lap times. He said he could probably get down to a 27, so I expect 27s to be hit perhaps, because when I was practicing with him, I could manage to set a 32, well, 36, which is a pretty nice man. Really happy.
Well, one man I'm surprised to see up on the top 3 at the moment is Mayo. He was Formula Gulf, he was Bowie's teammate for Kalpa, and he's driving the Z4 in that very, very shiny Z4, actually, I must say.
I like it.
Yeah, it's very nice. And I'm surprised to see him up in the top 3. It's currently Z4, 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 and then McLaren, Broken Arrow in the McLaren there, Formula B man. And then Rip It Up in 5th. It's good, nice to see him all the way up in 5th, actually, Rip It Up. In the orange McLaren. Iceman, he was MP3, I think. If I remember correctly. Looks like he's Broken Arrow's teammate there. Fuoco in the Aston Martin. The first of the Aston Martins, of course, it would be blasphemous if an Englishman didn't go in a English car, although Cash did do it. Husa, the Swede, in the R8. Dan, of course, Dan, in the Cadillac. Had to miss out on the previous pre-season because he had massive lag issues, if you remember, Evil.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Well, his teammate finished third in the Cadillac, which is not a fast car. It's just kind of this, you know, big American car, which is not meant to drive GT3. They just stuck a few wings on it and hoped it would go around the track quickly.
Well, yeah, they said that because of its size, it does do quite well on a narrow track, surprisingly. It's quite nimble, and we can't really get past it unless you want to blow everyone in. Yeah, Matt Gamer is here as well, 11th in the other Audi R8 indeed. I can't remember what he's in because it's me, so enlighten us.
There is a Cadillac here. That is interesting.
Yeah, probably I would say probably the slowest car out of all of these cars here. It just doesn't have speed, and it's not meant for speed. It's good for long runs on tires, as we found out with Razy doing a 0 stop. Or no, a one stop. Yeah, a 1 stop at Laguna Seca. Actually, it was a 1 stop he did. I forgot that. Everyone else did 2 or 3 stops. He did 1 and finished third. So fair play. Cash out in front, as we said. Ibrich has managed to pop up to third, actually. So good stuff from him. He was always good in GT3. Back to the. He drove the same car, actually, if I remember. He was always in the Z4. Was third in the championship behind Vectro and Cash. So it's back to the old ways, it seems. And well, those two guys drove the M3 before. That's now banned because it's completely overpowered.
And replaced with a even more dominant car, but with the Z4, which is currently 9/10 all of them ahead of her. But no, that's really quiet. The top 4 are leading, and they're all in Z4s. So,
yeah.
The M3 is way overpowered than the R8. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's with the right setup, it's very quick. Yeah. So we have almost half of the qualifying session complete. It's Cash out front at the moment in the Z4. I think he's moved from Formula C over here, as well as Vectro. So I don't think these guys could resist going up against each other again. I think they revel in this, to be honest.
They want that triple crown.
They do, yeah. Cash, I think, is going for a 2-time championship in this. Vectro hasn't had a championship in a couple of years. He's a supercar champion, as far as I remember, but he hasn't had a championship in a while. Hasn't had a victory in a while, actually. So I would be happy to see him up there again. Poor guy.
Poor little fella.
His last victory was in GT3, actually.
yeah,
Back at Sakito, or if you remember, it was championship battle. Cash had to finish 4th or above in order to win. Now Vectro did win that race, and he secured the points. Cash caused a huge kind of I don't know. It was kind of like heart and mouth moment where he crashed while he was in 3rd, got past, and then was in 4th, which is where he needed to be, which was tied the championship. But then he passed for 3rd, and that was it. So yeah, it was something else in the previous GT3 championship there.
That sounds riveting.
It was Bowie's first commentary with us as well. Shows you how far gone that was. But we also saw one of the most brilliant moves I've ever seen in the Gavra League. It was Vectro on Cash, actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah. For the lead of the race, Vectro went round the outside of him around 130R in an M3.
Oh.
So crazy stuff.
I think they were talking about this in the comments of the live stream yesterday, and I'm kind of curious to go check this out myself. On the outside on R30.
130, yeah.
R 130.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. And they made it work as well. They didn't even touch.
Clean
stuff. So, Garma, what do you make of this circuit? You're American. What do you think?
I don't know. I've watched some IndyCar races, not full races, but quali laps here, and it seems intense. I have tried racing the Formula A's here. That's my go-to, so it's kind of weird, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I'm not used to it though. I was driving around these things earlier and the best I could do was a 138, and I know that's probably not the best, but I have a hard time with weighted cars. I like the open wheels, so. I do like the track though. It's difficult that first section up the hill, you gotta be right on the line, otherwise you're just gonna fly off to the left. Ooh, broken arrows running into the wall.
Yeah. And for those of you that wouldn't know, actually, this is a combined track and drag strip. They actually come across the drag strip in the middle of the track. Who's nearest to it right now? Rip it up in the McLaren there in 6th. You'll see him drop down into the kind of left-hander. He's going to drift through it first.
And then he's going to drive
off the track. But we're on the drag strip now, and he's going to bottle it and go off and explore. Yeah. So yeah, the drag strip, it's part of the track. They also host the NHRA here on that track there.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's quite a diverse track with the stuff it hosts. It hosts IndyCar, NASCAR, and NHRA, and also World Touring Cars as well.
Oh wow.
So quite a versatile track. And just as we were saying that, Broken Arrows popped into 3rd there by 15 hundredths of a second over Ibridge. So it's very tight. I like to see this. It's very tight between the top 5 actually are separated by under 8 tenths of a second. Mayo dropping it.
Question from Billy O'Connor here. What do you think will be the best lap time? And last Friday.
Well, we're seeing 130.1s. I think Cash could possibly go into the high or maybe low 29s, maybe high 29s.
Yeah.
29.9, 29.8, something like that.
Well, Vector, I think, said he could possibly do a 27 if he really pushed that car as hard as he could. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do.
I think what they're doing now,
some sandbagging going on.
Perhaps. I think they're just trying to see what the car feels like on high fuel. Before the race starts, because the Z4 is a heavy car as it is. It's got a big block V8 in the front of it. Yeah, it's a powerful car. It has a noise that you wouldn't expect to come out of a Z4, if I'm honest. It kind of ticks over like a doom 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 doom, kind of like a. Yeah, it's a very powerful car. There's almost 400, 500 horsepower in the front of it there. But yeah, it's a heavy car because of that engine. So with high fuel, it probably feels like a whale on wheels. And
especially through this first sector going up on those hills.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now Cash improved, as we were saying, that he did a 130.0, so he's gone 2 tenths faster in the number 1 Z4. Vector losing it a bit there.
So you said using your app today?
Sorry, what? I didn't hear that, sorry.
Your app?
Your app? Oh, god damn it! I'll use it for the race. For those of you that don't know, we got a custom app made by one of the drivers. He managed to code an app together for us to watch timing without having to use the little timing sheet up there. But I'm not going to use it for qualifying. I'm going to use it for the race because it keeps us updated on time intervals. And whenever we see a negative interval, it means that someone's been passed. So we can flick to that very quickly. So awesome job by Van. If you remember him from, what was he from? Formula B? Was he Formula B?
Yeah.
No, he filled in for 1 or 2 people there, I think. Yeah. Hello to Billy O'Connor. I actually didn't see you in there. Yeah, Cash fastest sectors all around that, but he did make a mistake in the last sector, which would have compromised him. We'll see. We haven't actually gone with anybody for a lap, so let's hop on board with Vectro as he goes for his quali lap. He'll cross the line and keep it tight into the wall as you run up and mind the tyre barrier. That thing sticks out very kind of aggressively out of the wall there. Runs it out to the curb, probably a little bit wider than he would have wanted. Then up the hill. This corner's blind, so you're going to see the apex now. And he turns in beautifully there, manages to get it together, run it out to the curb, then hard on the brakes. Into the right-hander. Oh, careful not to lock it up there. Bit wide, yeah. He kind of backed out. He definitely went a bit too wide there.
I think on the start, running up the hill, he was a little too inside the first turn, so he couldn't get it. right over at the top of the hill and get a good space, and I think it just messed with him throughout the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, Broken Arrow set in good sectors. He's only a 10th off Vector, so he could kind of cause an upset. He did this a few times in Formula B. He's beaten Cash in Formula B cars to pole. Couldn't convert it into a race victory, though, unfortunately. Let's see what he does across the line. Can't improve. Just a couple of hundredths slower. Cash, how's he doing? I think it's just average sectors for him right now, not his fastest. See, he comes to the last turn.
Ibirch, who just took
oh, he did! Look at that! 80 hundredths of a second! Yeah. That's crazy! Ibirch, out of nowhere! Oh, God. Oh, dear. He's managed to pile it into the wall at the top, but he's gone. 80 hundredths close. That's very good.
And Cashinet has taken first with 130.019.
Slight improvement again. Yeah.
This is going to be very close. No one's broken the 130 yet, so we're not into the 29s.
Not quite yet. I think we might see it closer to the time. I'm surprised with Ibridge. Where did that pace come from? Out of nowhere in the Z4. So it's Z4, Z4, Z4 to your top three at the moment, which shows BMW are probably going to be the manufacturer to beat again. Vector tapping the wall on his way out of the last turn there. But let's see what he can do. Can he somehow get back in front of Ibridge and just kind of put the pressure on Cash? Because he's the guy who's got his aim on. Now this is only pre-season, but it's sort of a marker for how people are going to do. He's a bit wide coming up that first turn there, so let's see. Can he get it together over the top of the brow of the hill? He cut the corner a bit there, yeah, that's probably going to be invalidated. Good sector from him though. 19.8.
A whole second off, no, maybe not. He's only equal, actually. He's quicker, actually. Slightly
about a couple of thousandths quicker. Can Cash improve? He's going to come across the line next. Can he? Will he break the 29? No, he can't. So
30 something. It was a not a bad lap. It was a slower than his quickest. So let's see. Basically, Vector needs to go in the 29s in this sector if he wants to improve.
A little bit wide coming out of there, probably a bit audacious line, but let's see if it works for him. Through the S section, probably not the nicest section for a GT car, to be honest. 39, that's a good sector. That's a good sector from Vector, 39.6. It was quicker than Broken Arrow, or Ibridge, sorry. So let's see what he can do. Can he just nip in front?
Oh my, there's a whole bunch of chaos going up.
Oh yeah,
compromise.
Oh dearie me.
Broken Arrow's lap. He was actually running clear up the hill very nicely, and then I don't know what happened with that sprawl of people, but someone did not get out of the way.
Vector goes second.
Yes!
Oh, it's so close. The third, they're separated by under a tenth to third. That's unbelievable. That's how close you get. Crazy stuff. Well done, guys. 47 hundredths.
Still not breaking that 30 though.
No.
That's crazy.
I've never seen it this tight before.
Wow.
Oh, that's madness. Nearest challenger apart from that is Broken Arrow, 4th in the McLaren. Then Mayo in the other Z4. Rip It Up in the McLaren. Iceman in the McLaren. Dan hasn't actually, well, he actually hasn't improved on his lap. He's actually stopped. Where is he stopped? Top of the first corner? That's a strange place to stop.
Entrance.
Husa in the Audi. Fuoco in the Aston Martin. Can he improve? No, he can't. He was on an outlap. Matt Gamer in the other Aston Martin. And that rounds out your grid for now. So it's quite a field of drivers, but I'm so happy to see it being so hotly contested for pole here today. There's 6 minutes
Dan's
left.
Just enjoying the view at the top of the hill.
Yeah, indeed
Got
he
his
is.
brakes on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Taking notes.
Yeah, probably just trying to think. Why did I choose a Cadillac?
Yep, we've got May running a bit wide into turn number 3 there, and Rip It Up behind there, so pretty close together there. Not bad first sector for our drivers there. 17.7 in the first sector and a 36 for Casner, so it looks pretty good for his lap right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, 39.6.
Yeah, Cashnet's coming up, and he just improved a 10th off of his sector 2 time. So
Yeah, I think he was.
Across the line with.
He's only a couple of hundredths quicker than Vectro, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out for him. Hello to Wolf in the chat as well. Across the line, can he break the 29? Oh, he can't. Just a couple of hundredths. That's all it is. That's all they need to get into the 29s, but they just can't seem to find it.
Indeed, a 19.5.
That's fastest
good.
first sector from Vectro, 19.5.
He's gone wide. He's gone extremely wide. He'll get away with that, though. He comes up the crest. Easy to bump there. Easy to lock up the brake there. He'll lock up those tyres. Gets away with it down the hill, down the very fast left-hander, accelerating onto the drag strip. He goes then.
Using all of that road.
Pulls to the left, going to the kink, and then it's a sharp braking zone up the hill onto the bumps there. Into a double right-hand there. There's the first, there's the second. You can stretch that out there, run the car right as you want. He runs it out to the limit there. Very good. Then into this very left, right section.
Oh, it's the exact same sector as Cash. Not even joking. He's matched him to the 1000th.
Yep, back to the left and then back to the right here. 120 miles an hour on the exit. He wants a bit wide, little. Get away.
No, he gets
it
perfect.
Low.
Yeah.
Coming to that front corner, wants to make sure he doesn't lock up that front right. Coming through the last corner, let the car run out as wide as you want there, just tapping the wall nearly on the exit. This looks good. Can he go quickest? The answer to that, the answer to it is the answer.
Oh, no, he can't. He actually was slower.
Lower, so he made a mistake.
But that's how close it is. He matched him to the 1000th of a second in that middle sector. 39.618 and 39.618. Ibrich was up. Ibrich, yeah.
was up, and then he just went a little wide. I was very excited to see him come down the line, but that's going to hurt him way too much.
Pity, because it was a really good first sector.
Yeah.
19.601.
Question here. Any ideas for the next trials for the academy will be?
Not a clue, because the series is currently on right now, so we don't really know when the time trials will be. Definitely know when the next race is. It's next Monday. Yeah. Yeah, Ibrich, another good first sector, 613. So just a couple of hundredths off his best, or about 100th off his best, but it's still very good. It's about a 10th off Vectro's fastest, but which is not bad. But let's see. Down onto the drag strip he comes. You just see the start of the drag strip in the background as he rises up into the double right-hander here. They cross back over the drag strip here. As you will see, this is the end of the drag strip just there. And down into the S section, which would probably be not the nicest thing for a GT car, as I said, because these things are very heavy. So it wouldn't feel as nice as a car with high downforce going through here. But let's see. 39.9 now. No, that isn't going to be good enough. He runs wide again. So that's not going to be good enough for an improvement.
Well, indeed, for that second to last corner, I was practicing with Vectro, and you really want to get that corner about 120 miles an hour exactly on the exit of them. Any more, and you'll be pushing it to the limit.
Well, Ibrich has gone quickest. Out of nowhere, 29.9 for Ibrich. Look at that, 44 hundredths of a second quicker than Cash. But Cash, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. 19.6. This is craziness. Is Vectro on a lap? Yes, he is. So let's see how this goes. Just a minute to go. This is going to be their last chance to get a lap in. So here comes Cash, 19.6 in the first sector. I can't believe he just stole it out of nowhere. Crazy stuff from Ibrich. Well, fastest first sector from Vectro. This is crazy stuff, and I love it. Here we go. Cash, 19.6, and he's good in the middle sector though, so let's see what he can do. Through the S section, the Z4 is going to be absolutely glued to the road with that big V8 pushing it down to the ground. Fastest middle sector for Cash. I think this is going to be good for pole. Let's see, what can Vectro do in the middle sector? It all comes down to that last turn, I think, if you don't lock up. Cash, absolutely beautifully done through that right-hander there. And onto the brakes. Careful not to lock it up. He gets it beautifully. Keep it tight as you can, Cash. Run it out as wide as you can afterwards. Let's see what can happen. Let's see. I think this is going to be good. This might be a 29.8. Let's see what he can do. Cash across the line. Oh, what a lap. 29.0. What a lap from Cash.
Vectro's quicker, though. Vectro's quicker in the first and second sector. He's got the last corner to go. What can Vectro do? Coming down into the braking zone. Can he get it all?
Oh, I think he made a mistake. He made a mistake on the exit.
So let's see what he can do. Can Vectro overthrow Cash for the pole? The answer is...
Oh, he can't! Cash, what a lap! 29.0 out of nowhere. I think Vectro could have matched that. I just think he locked up those rears into the last turn.
I'm going to take a guess and say that, because I'm watching these cars now that they're coming out and they're looking quite a bit more smooth than just even on their outlap. I think they're running a lot less fuel now, so we're going to see. Oh.
Yeah, that's the end of qualifying. That's
I talked way too soon.
Second, Ibrit's third, Broken fourth, Mayo fifth, Rip It Up is sixth, Iceman 7, Dan Z is 8, 9 is Math, Assar 10th, Roko 11, and that is your grid for this afternoon's Grand Prix in the good old United States.
What a qualifying, gentlemen. That was intense stuff, and Cash pulling that out of nowhere. We didn't think they'd even get into the 29s, but suddenly they just get a 29.0.
I think there was a little bit of sandbagging because he was a second up on that.
Yeah,
lap.
I feel sorry for Vector though, because he was up in both sectors. It just that mistake in the last sector cost him. I think he could have been within touching distance of him. So great qualifying.
Oh, Castanet immediately spinning out of the pits.
Is that a sign of things to come?
Well, let's not go there again.
But Cash showing his dominance again, but I think Vector was on par with him, so he can maybe take that with a pinch of salt that he was half a second quicker. I would say he's about a 10th quicker than Vector. Ebrich, well done to him. 3rd place on the grid. He was always like that though. He was always within. He was with these guys, but once they started racing, there was no stopping them.
Indeed. They were
Maybe
very
he's been
hard
practicing. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully we're practicing. Well, Wrap It Up in the McLaren, they're doing a good job. One of the how many McLarens are there? 2, 3 McLarens there.
Well, we have Rip It Up, Broken Arrow, and who else?
Iceman.
Iceman, okay. So, Rip It Up, of course, missing his teammate. Fortunately, Gonorrhea has had to take a career break for a little while to deal with some stuff, so we wish him all the best.
Yep, we do risk our favourite Salamander and the good old Limey Limes best for the future, and hopefully they return stronger and better than ever.
Well, doesn't that give you some hope? Rip It Up first in the warm-up.
Was a 144.
140.4, yeah. Which is, well, he was on an outlap, so yeah.
Well, talking about the power of VTEC, Alonso doing Indy 500 right now this week.
Yeah, I was watching that before I came on.
Yep, did a double overtake on 2 cars through the middle. Pretty bold stuff from the old Spaniard.
They were doing their old.
Oh, the actual race is happening right now.
No,
the practice is happening right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just watching when they're just doing their old, drafting practice. Yeah, he's doing pretty well, I must say. Speeds of around 223 miles an hour.
Wow.
So pretty good.
I think Dan's has given up because he is just hanging out on hills watching people drive. So I'm not sure what's going on for him.
Who can say where the road goes? Oh, he's moved.
Oh, he's started
Oh, god damn it. I think he must be watching.
Oh, they're singing Let's Move quickly.
So,
well,
yeah.
How long have we got in the session? Was Broken Arrow?
About a minute and a half.
1 minute 35. Yep, let's see, Rip It Up destroys again, Rip It Up quicker again, so a 33.
Here comes Cash though. 29.4. Just like that. Just like that. 29.4. There you go. So, even in the warm-up.
He gets the bags to hold all his sand.
Ibridge practicing his starts there. You probably would want to practice your starts in the Z4s, I think, because they're probably quite a handful to get going.
Yeah, they are very hard to get going, as I found out. Although then again, my setup is basically neutralise any type of loss of traction going up the hill or anywhere. It's good for me. Indeed. So it's going to be interesting. What's your predictions on top three?
Top three, I'm 100% saying that it's going to be between Vector and Cash for the win. I think Ibridge will take third. Other than that, I'd say Broken Arrow will take fourth. And
indeed,
yeah, whatever after that.
Garama, you? Who do you think is going to win?
I think it's going to be similar. I think I'm rooting for Ibridge for some reason.
He's the dark horse. That's why.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where he gets. And the past few races, it's kind of been a gamble because I've seen crashes that just knock out the front runner. But y'all have more experience than I do with Cashnet, so.
Well, we're about to see what happens. We're about 15 seconds from lights out at Sonoma here. We're very excited to get the third pre-season of this underway. It looks like a very, very exciting race. So all we can say now is grab your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. We are going racing. So here we go then.
And with that, those 5 lights will come on in a few seconds then for the great new world. Those 5 lights start to light up and we are racing in America, and it is lights out and away they go, and I think everyone gets a good start. Dan Z, a horrible start.
Oh, Vector's had a horrible start. Broken Arrow up to second, 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, dearie me, Vector up the inside of 2 people. And Broken Arrow is off the track there. And
the Limes are in second. Lime in
Rip
second.
It Up is up to
3 wide. Vector contact down again. Contact in the middle of the field between all the BMWs bunching up here in the middle here.
Oh no!
All gone horribly wrong. Vector back up into
third place there. Yeah.
Down.
Dear, what happened off the start? I'm not sure. Cash got the getaway. Rip it.
Contact! Huge impact!
Oh, big impact! Mayo!
Mayo and Iceman. Huge impact there. They keep it out of the wall, however.
Well, Rip It Up! What a start!
Dan's taking on Matt for P5. It looks like we got a challenge with the Cadillac on the R8.
I think in the background as well. Broken Arrow's dropped down a lot of places. He looks like he's had front contact there.
Yeah, that was the contact with someone.
He's now challenging Fuoco down the S's. There's a bit of a train of cars here.
Cashnet is just gone.
We've got a car in the wall. Mayo in the wall.
Mayo in the wall, yeah, in the background. So he had contact with somebody. Broken Arrow's trying to get by Fuoco, and he's so slow he has to check up on the brakes. Here he goes. He lets him he actually lets him through. Lets him through. So fair play there. But Rip It Up, what a start for the Limes! Is now running second in the McLaren. But let's see, because Vector's going to be right on him. He wants to get past him as quickly as possible in order to challenge Cash for the win here. Cash is going to be soaring away out front. He's 4 seconds ahead after 1 lap. Meanwhile, Ibridge in 4th. Dan's had a good start to 6th. He's had a slowdown penalty, actually. Broken Arrow now 7th. And he's been... the Iceman's getting past Fuoco there. Husa has had a spin. Mayo's in the pits.
Vectro is right on the tail of Rip It Up, so we could see something happen in the next few turns.
Yeah. Maybe even here, Rip It Up's losing the back end, and Vectro goes straight through there. So, nice move from Vectro. So now he's got to chase after Cash.
Yeah, so, in second lap down, we've already had quite a lot of action here. Brilliant stuff to see. Vector locking those rears up again. However, he'll be able dandy and fine there. So, Cass leads, Vectro second, Rip It third, Ibrit 4th, Math Gamer 5th, Dan Z is 6th. Broken Arrow 7th, Iceman 8th, Hiroko 9th, Passar, and then Mayo lines up the back there.
So, yeah, fantastic start for the Limes. Soaring through them, getting through all the chaos, and he's now running 3rd. Probably won't last very long, because I don't think he's got the pace in that McLaren. But, let's see what happens. Quite a strange incident. Didn't see what happened off the start. Looks like Vector got hit, or spun up the rears a little bit too much and hit the wall, to me. Or he tried to move to the centre and was T-boned, perhaps.
Cashnet has got a 1 second faster pace than Vectro, so Vectro's going to have to pull something out of a few of these corners to catch up.
Yeah, well, I suppose Vectro hasn't settled into his rhythm just yet. Cashnet's already there, but he's had to get past a few guys there. He's 5 seconds ahead at this point. So I think he can just breathe a sigh of relief for a little while now. And just hit his apexes and get his time in there. Ibrich closing up on Rip It up there. And the background, Math Gamer running very well in the Audi. He started way down the back. He's all the way up in 5th position. It's a good job.
Yeah. Likewise, Dan Zakazi, he had a shocking start actually. He dropped the really far down and he's already back to 6th. So great stuff from the Cadillac.
We can expect a very audacious strategy from him. He always likes to impress us. So I think he will go very long on those tyres and just see how he can do. He's got nothing to lose, I suppose. But he's got Broken Arrow starting to bear down on him now, with his teammate Iceman following suit.
Oh,
indeed. Broken Arrow is actually closing quite
very
rapidly
quickly.
Back in Danzy, actually. He could have a look in the second race. He's going to have a look probably now because he's gone wide.
very wide.
If opportunity up the inside, no, thinks better of it, and if he keeps it, Iceman will be on the back of him. His teammate in the other McLaren there.
Yeah, he's hounding the back of that Cadillac.
One.
The only DLC car in here. So, but it doesn't seem to be matching up with the Z4s. So
Yep,
Dan,
that's a bit wide actually.
yeah, Dan will always be
Gotta
one to defend.
frustrating.
Car off.
Oh, there's a car off there.
Map Gamer off.
Oh,
Map
there's
Gamer
contact between Rip It Up and Ibrich. They ran into each other there. Ibrich is trying to get past, and he has got it done. I don't think Rip It Up's going to be very happy. He hits the back of him. That's not very nice. Ibrich gets through. I think he just went a bit too deep on the
Vectro
brakes.
is back in 4th. Vectro is in 4th, so he's having something's going
Yeah,
on here.
I think he's got a... He looks like he's been hit in the rear.
Yeah, definitely. You can see wiggling, so definitely contact between those two. We missed
Here he
it,
comes
but,
on Rip It. I think he might launch it up the inside here because he's going to through a battle for second now. But Ibrich all up in second now, so good stuff.
Yeah, meanwhile, whilst that's going on, Broken Arrow is still not getting past his person he's been trying to overtake. He's not getting past Dan Zine. He's getting caught by Iceman now as well. So it's all kicking off here with many laps to go. On lap
Here.
4:42.
Surely Vector will have Rip It up here. He's very close. On the brakes, yep, to the
Going down
inside.
inside.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rip It Up's coming in.
launches and, damage
He's
on
got
that
damage.
surely.
He's been rear-ended, it looks like.
And Dan Z's got a penalty. He's gone massively slowly, so we've missed more action there. Gets passed by Math Gamer.
Yeah. So, yeah, we missed that. But now, the two McLarens start to go on their merry way.
Yep, as they pass Rip It Up in the other McLaren.
Fuoco is in the pits as well, to mention that as well.
Yep, Faruko's been in the pit lane for a long time. I think that might be a problem there, because he's still on lap 3, and everyone else is coming to lap 5, so there might be a problem there.
So, frustration for Vectro. Couldn't get the start and has got caught behind a few cars. He needs to settle
Yep,
into his
and,
rhythm.
Indeed, so Faruko does actually get that going.
Yeah, Broken Arrow now 4th, so back to where he started. Iceman, great start from him. He started down in 8th, I think. So he's just following his teammate. They're helping each other. And Dan with a Z up in 6th. And Math Gamer closing on him, I think. Or actually, Dan's got back past him again. So we missed that as well.
No, Dan got past Math Gamer.
Yeah, he got back past him again.
Yeah, he was already pretty much ahead anyway when we came back to him.
So Mayo,
Not sure
Side by side.
what's
yeah,
happened to Fuoco Serpentine. Serpente?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's about to get lapped by Rip It Up, who just came out of the pits and is now power sliding down that hill.
Here we go then.
Pretty good first tires.
Back to the battle for second. Vector's managed to close up
Oh.
massively.
Faruko's spinning there in the middle of the pack.
Well, Cashin is just setting qualifying laps out there. Vector went too deep there, but he's setting qualifying laps. 29-1 that previous lap for Cashin. So he shows that even in race trim he can set quali laps. Crazy.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of strategies can we expect to see?
We saw up to 3 stops in Formula C, and of course this is a shorter race. I would say, yeah, it's good. We could see a 2-stop, but some people might go for a 1.
Okay.
I'd say one will be for tires, and the other one will be a splash and dash, I'd say. So Ibrich going defensive against Vectro, so we have a battle on our hands for a second between the two Z4s.
Yeah. Cutting to the action here. I think Vector might have a look.
Oh, he is.
Pretty soon.
He's keeping it tight to the S's.
There,
oh, look at the run he got.
Yeah,
beautiful. He's got a slowdown penalty, I think Ibrich did. Or did he get a terrible line?
Terrible line. Easy thing to do. Getting on the curb, get there, sliding out, loses all the momentum there, and I won't be surprised to see him drop back pretty rapidly, but knowing my luck, he won't.
Just a question from Ethan there. Do admins like Gavra issue penalties? Because I think that reinforcement of penalties will make drivers cleaner. Yes, they do. There is race stewards, so if you feel you've been wronged in some way, you can submit a clip and make your case. We have had race bans and full league bans issued before.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a car. It looks like there's a car off there. It sounded like a... What was it? I think...
just gentle brushing off the wall there does make that noise quite a lot.
Okay. Well, I don't think Vector's got the pace to catch Cash at the moment. I think it's the high fuel load that's not helping him. So, it's Cash all the way at the moment.
Indeed. Cast leads. Vector second. Ibrich third. Arrow fourth. Iceman 5th, Dan Z is 6th, Mass 7th, Hussar a good 8th, rip it up, drop down to 9th from a good start, Mayo is 10th and Faruko is in the pit lane as we speak again.
So I think he's had it must be a pit stop glitch. They're obviously not fixing his damage.
You see, it's 2 laps down now.
Yep, Wolf says full league bans, cough, Rick, cough.
Did he get one?
Rick, I think he did.
Masca. Yeah, another quali lap from Cash. 129.133 again.
And to interrupt, Ibrich pits. Ibrich is in.
Early stop. So are the tires going off quicker than we thought? High fuel loads might not help the degradation.
Now, referring to that, was doing practice with Vectro. Tyres are extremely bad. Now, what Vectro might be doing, be a bit sneaky. I think he has the mediums on the front and softs on the rear, because apparently the front tyres are extremely going off here on this track.
So I'm surprised to see drivers coming in so early. It's a 42-lap race, and we've only had 8 laps.
Cashnet's also going off.
He's got a slowdown penalty.
His tires.
He's got a slowdown penalty. That's why. He's lost a bit of time there, but he is 26 seconds ahead of Vectro. So
he had to look for the pit.
He's dummying. I think he's
just gonna refer, guys. Faruko is retired from this race.
So he's had an issue. So Fiocco is the first retirement in the Aston Martin.
And he's gone.
And he's left
the session.
So frustration.
Math Gamer goes off. We've got a battle. Ibrich is on the back of Ripper. He's going to go and play some tennis or go and have a beer somewhere.
Well, I know his. I'm pretty sure it's his family that do actually watch the races. They sit down and watch while he races. So. Oh
wow.
I think that's them. Just don't quote me on that. Ibrich looking to get past Rip It up here in the Z4. Here he comes on the inside.
Dives to the inside.
Should be fairly easy.
Move.
Already got it done. He's gone deep though. He's gone deep. Rip It up's gonna hold it. Oh dear. He's not. Yep. They touched. Ibrich closed the door.
Yep. Easy thing to do there. It does narrow on there.
Dan with a Z is now 5th. So Cash, what does he do? Does Does he stay out? Well, I think he's just going to try and keep building the gap until he has time for a pit stop to come back out in the lead again.
And he's closing in on some back markers now, so...
Already?
Oh,
Yeah.
Dan Z is off. Dan Z is off.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned the name, and the name is off. The math game are now through. So, reading the crescents here, someone left in frustration says, Ethan, I thought you had to be committed to these leagues or something.
I don't think that was frustration. He's not one to leave. That was a problem.
Not one to leave. That's a technical problem there of the game doing the same thing. It does happen.
Oh, and someone's taking a spin, and Cashnet almost hits Husa 71 in the face.
Oh dear, yeah.
Avoided that.
Top of the hill there, Husa going off in the Audi. So,
yeah, well, Mayo is now catching Ripper. Go back to that.
Indeed he is. Cashnet is going to stay out, yeah, and you can see the difference in sector times between Cash and Vectro now because of that.
That was a 2-second gain because of that accident he averted.
Yeah, and well, the gaps actually remain the same since I checked. So, well, Broken Arrow is now third through all of this. So,
yep.
Yeah, Iceman now fourth. Good stuff from him. Dan with the Z has pitted, so he's not going to do an audacious strategy. Math Gamer will now go back to fifth. And Average is in seventh. He hasn't pitted yet, or he has pitted, I think. Yeah, he has. He was an early stopper.
Yeah.
So he will go to sixth. The Rip It Up is following him, and in the background, Mayo is on his tail. So here we go, Z4 versus McLaren again.
And he's improving on his sector time too, so or his lap
Indeed.
time.
Hello to a good old Razy in the chat who's joined the chat lap.
Yep, I think Vector's had a problem in that middle sector. He's very slow, 40.2.
Yeah, 40. That. Meanwhile, looking in between, little perhaps.
It's a long stop for Dan. He's still in the pit box.
He's out. No, he's out.
Dan is out.
Dan again out. So, pre-season dilemmas.
That is strange.
We don't know what's going on. Perhaps pit stop glitches are taking our drivers.
Maybe. Well, Mayo is all over the back of the McLaren.
I got a spin from Husa 71 again.
Oh dear. So not having
top of the hill.
Top of the hill. That's Husa in the Audi again, spinning out. That's not going to help his tires.
No. But we do have Rip It Up. Oh, Dan's gone.
Yeah, he is.
We have two drivers now have disconnected.
Yeah. Math game of pits. Let's see if he can get a good stop.
Yeah, indeed, just behind the Aston Martin.
So, Z4, McLaren, Z4, McLaren, Z4, and then you got the Audis.
I think Mayo is going to make a move on Rip It Up.
Surely.
Soon.
Yeah, he's been following him for the past 2 laps, so just can't quite find a way past the McLaren.
Yep, little debate. Who's going to win? Castle Vectro. I think it's all said and done, but we're not going to go and say that because last time we thought Cass was going to win. Something very bad happened on the last lap.
Yeah, he kind of spun and disconnected.
Cough, going what's Formula B? We'll find out.
Formula B at Monza. Last lap.
Ooh,
go watch that.
Imola.
And just listen to Evil.
Yeah, it was San Marino, not Monza, but easy thing to do, apparently.
Oh, I think Mayo was trying it on the brakes there way too early, actually. So, that didn't help him. Rip It Up's doing a good job holding in front. It's kind of... There's a train beginning to form. Because Cashnet's coming up to lap these guys, actually. So you'll see him in the background. In the Z4.
Well, going back, it is a shame we've lost 2 drivers in only 11 laps. Of course, it's not what we normally see, but problems and errors occur in the game, and of course we cannot control the glitches. Surprisingly, sometimes they take the best, sometimes they'll take the slowest, sometimes they'll just take anyone they wish.
And that looks like...
We're watching here.
That Iceman is in the pit lane. Iceman's in the pit lane, yep. So Mayo still trying to find a way past the McLaren here. Can't seem to find it.
I think that McLaren has a little bit of damage because it looks like it's wiggling a bit. So I'm not...
Perhaps. Looks like a bit of front end damage. And Cash is in the background now. So Rip It Up's now in 5th. Because of that stop. There's Cash.
Yep, indeed. So they'll be blue flagged and told, move over! Quite soon. However,
if these guys go side by side, I don't think it's going to be too easy for Cash to get by.
Goes wide on that turn. Mayo might be
Here
able
comes
to,
Mayo
take
on the
advantage.
inside.
Looking.
He's
Won't get it
no.
there. He'll end up with contact. Backs out of it. Yeah, it's got damage on the front indeed, as you mentioned. Rip it up there, so definitely struggling. As you can see, the 5th stick from first cars, all in the Shane TV shot here already. We've only some 30 laps to go here in the good old sunny America here around Sonoma Raceway. I hope you're enjoying it as we are. Do put questions down in the comments if you wish to talk to us as well.
Mayo could use this blue flag to his advantage and sneak right in if he plays it right.
Yeah.
See something happen.
Indeed, we've seen Max Verstappen do it in the past. It'll be interesting to see if he can slip one up the inside. So, great race so far. And what's your opinion on this race so far, Duran and Sue?
I'm very satisfied with what I'm seeing. It's a little different than open wheel racing. I've noticed as it being my first GT3 race that I'm commentating. The overtakes are not as frequent, it seems, but yeah, still exciting racing.
Yeah, I am enjoying the race as Cash tries to get past. I am enjoying. Yeah, I am enjoying the race. I'm just kind of slightly disappointed that we haven't seen a little bit of wheel to wheel between Cash and Vector just yet, because we do always love to see that. So Rip It Up runs wide, and Mayo can't capitalise because he also locks up. So unfortunate.
Clever stuff left from Rip It Up, waiting for the good opportunity to let him through.
And Rip It Up will get the distant toe of Cash, which will help him stay ahead of Mayo, perhaps. Bit wide from all of those drivers. So
Iberch is kind of running his own race. There's a couple lonely spots going on between P2, 3, and 4.
Yep, and
well,
good evening
and
to Scott.
Yeah, good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Scott.
Yeah, Rip It Up is running very well, actually. I don't think he's stopped, has he?
Who? Rip It Up?
Yeah, I don't think he has.
No, I'm pretty sure he may have, but don't quote me on that.
Well, we know for definite. Cash has not stopped, Vector has not stopped, Broken Arrow has not stopped. The top 3 haven't.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate. I do think they may have pitted, because
no, definitely not. Vector was in. Vector was in from second. Just as we say that, one of the top 3 comes in.
Yeah, well, interrupting there. Here goes Mayonnaise up to the inside. No, to the outside.
To the outside.
Have a look there.
This is going to be... That's clever. That's clever, because that's a better line, I think. Might try and get a cut back.
Can't. Too much there.
No, he got a bit of wheel spin.
Using
excellent blocking by Rip It Up.
Yeah, Sally just saying to us that Rip It Up did pit. So, yeah, we missed that. What's the gap to the leader?
Broken Arrow in as well, by the way.
So Cash is the only one who hasn't stopped yet, and Mayo's all over the back of Rip It Up. Rip It Up going to the centre of the road. Make sure, telling him, mate, don't try it. Around the hairpin. And Mayo's almost alongside there. He's going to have he's much closer than he was the previous laps. It's going to be quite dicey to try it up here. Where does he go? To the inside. It's going to be better to go to the outside, mate, but Rip It Up's going to defend that wisely.
He'll have to stick behind. He'll have to stick behind here.
He's got the better line,
really
but that blocking.
Long corners.
Yeah, great stuff.
As he comes down and up the hill again, he's going to do another lap here. brilliant stuff to see then. I don't think the only opportunity he seems to be good at is down over the bumps down here. The BMW a lot more stable than the McLaren up ahead. So Cass still leads.
This should show you how far Cash is ahead. He's just lapped Broken Arrow, who's going off. He's almost lapped third place and second place, and he hasn't stopped yet.
Indeed, well, talking about that, they are actually pretty
Here
close
comes Mayo again on the outside, same thing he did last time.
Straight past, he's done it this time, he's gone too deep.
He's gone too deep, ripping up was smart. No, he's got it. Definitely this time.
You'll get it using the track limits there, a bit sneaking, a bit naughty there, but I think you are able to do that on this track. However, we'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah, rip it up, no answer for that, unfortunately. You saw with big damage on the Audi there. And Broken Arrow's back in again. That's not good.
And in Cass.
Cash is in from the lead. He's got a minute and 15 seconds. I think this should be okay.
Yeah, he's Broken Arrow down. Ellis Petson, Ibrit, and his third. Mayo fourth, and Rip It Up will now be in fifth. So hopefully Broken Arrow does not have to retire as well. So if it is, it's a terminal pit lane problem.
Okay, good stop for Cash. So that leaves him still with a... When he comes out, he should be still around 40 seconds of a lead he will have on fresh tyres. There's no stopping this guy.
Yep, Broken Arrow exits the pit lane as well.
Yeah, that's his second stop. He's got a problem. So, not good for Broken Arrow. Oh dear, that was straight out onto the track. Math Gamer in again as well. No, he's out. Math Gamer is out of this race.
Now Math Gamer now joins the list of about 7 people now. It may go down to 6. Hopefully if Broken Arrow can survive.
I don't know if he can though. He looks like he's having big problems.
Yeah, massive problems, massive tank slapper there. So perhaps something wrong with the pit strategies in this track. Of course, sometimes does happen in a blue moon of connection, and perhaps some of the settings were set wrong.
Who do you think will be driver of the day? I'm not sure. It's been... Well,
Mayo's
Cash...
got a pretty good there.
Yeah, Mayo's doing very well. He's in 4th. Didn't expect him to see him up there. Ebert's having a lonely old time in 3rd there, matching Vectro's pace actually. He's only 3 seconds behind Vector. He can actually see him there. So maybe Ebert can challenge.
We should be able to see something coming up in this next 6 laps if they really kind of... If Ibert can put some, work into these turns, but I don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Vectro's kind of just holding steady too, so... Who's this coming up? He's coming up on a back marker as well.
Yeah, that's the Audi of Husa. Who's having a lonely old time down in 8th. Had a couple of spins, but he's managed to keep it going.
Oh, and we have Iceman on Rip It Up.
So here we go, McLaren on McLaren action. Iceman's been slowly catching for the past couple of laps, so he's kept his nose clean. I think Broken Arrow's got his pace back, so don't think it's too much of an issue anymore. Whatever issue he had, it's not happening anymore, but Iceman's all over the back of Rip It Up here.
Iceman is closing in. Yeah, he's about to be on.
Yeah, Iceman
and he's
no, Rip It Up's in.
Rip It Up in. Up in. As Iceman managed to get the car stopped,
just about. I think he was committed to making a move, which is why he did that. So he's up into 5th now.
Still have 25 laps to go in this.
And it all looks set in stone. But how is the pace between Vector? No, Vector's going quicker than Ibert. He's pulled the gap out a couple of seconds there.
We got Math Gamer disconnecting.
So he's most definitely out. Rip It Up is in the box again. And that will put him down into 7th. Shouldn't have any problems from Husa. He's out on his way out. 24 laps to go. We should say, however, don't count pre-season as the be-all and end-all. Anything happens in pre-season.
And it usually does.
It usually does, as we saw in GT4, I think.
Yep, and indeed, as we saw quite a lot of action going on in yesterday's academy as well. Do go and check that out on my stream and on the Gavra League stream as well. I'm not going to brag, but it was good on both sides, and of course, very controversial on my end. I'm not sure what happened on the other end, but it will be interesting to see as well.
I enjoyed that race.
Leads Spectre second, Ibrex third, Mayo is fourth, Iceman fifth, and Broken